Well, as shorter, darker days set in, a local mental health expert says it's important to prioritize your well-being. For some, these winter days can lead to seasonal affective disorder, a form of depression that often peaks during winter months. It typically occurs due to a disruption of the body's circadian rhythm, which is its internal clock. Sigurd Haller is a psychotherapist with Essentra Health. He says there are warning signs to watch out for, like hopelessness, fatigue, and lack of motivation. But he does have tips for those suffering.
One would be light therapy, and that's a bright light. People will use it for 20 minutes or a little bit more each day. It is a form of depression, so just kind of, getting out and taking care of yourself.
Haller adds talk therapy and psychotherapy would also help those with seasonal affective disorder. He says it affects 5% of the population, the majority being women.